Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you'd like to know how I got this look, please continue watching. Okay, I've already prepped my face and I used the Naturium Vitamin C Serum. I used the Drunk Elephant Whipped Cream, and then I went in over top of that with the Pink Juice moisturizer from Glow Recipe. That one I always have a hard time getting out. I have no idea why. And so now that I let that sink in for a few minutes, I'm going to go in with my Luminous Silk. And I'll spread that with my brush. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to go in with the Cali Ray color corrector. I'm just going to use just a very tiny amount just around the discolorations of my eyes. Boop. Always looking for my birthmark. There we go. And then I'll just pat that in. Just exactly where I want to keep it. Like so. Perfect. Just help cover up some of the darkness around my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. And for anyone that's new here, I list all of my products and shades down below, including what brushes and where I use those brushes that I use during a makeup session. And so they're all listed below. So I'm just going to push this in. So I'm just using a little tiny amount just because as time has gone on, what I've found with the Tower 28 concealer, where I'm a more mature woman and I'm gone past fine lines, I'm more into some wrinklies. I found that when I used a lot of this product, it really emphasized my wrinkles or my fine lines, whatever people want to call it. Either or, they're the wrinklies around my eyes. If I used too much, it really made my under eyes more crepey. So I try to use smaller amounts. And then I'm going to be going in with the Laura Mercier setting powder. But I'm just going to be setting around the eyes and just my T-zone where I won't be using cream products. And this powder is a hydrating powder, so it's not drying. I don't feel dry on the skin. I'm really hoping to get another unboxing done soon. I'm just waiting for some products to show up, and that should be here really any day. So the first cream product I'll go in with is my Rare Beauty bronzer, and I have it in Happy Soul. And I like to paint it on my brush and then put it on. I find that for me, it just helps to disperse the product a bit more evenly and easier. it's more the ease of use. Because if I swiped it on my face, I just find I got to blend it a bit more. And just by doing that, it's so much easier. But I do love this bronzer. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury light wand in pink. And I'll spread that out. That is so pretty. Every time I put it on, I'm like, oh, that is so nice. It is a beautiful product. I do love Charlotte Tilbury products. Okay, now that I got that done, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, and I'll go off screen for that, but I'm going to be using the Wow Brow by Elf again today, and I'll use the Sephora eyebrow pencil and then the Build-A-Brow by Maybelline, and I'll be back in a second. I'm back and I have my eyebrows done, and I also created this eye look here. The palette that I actually used today is a mini. It's a Natasha Denona mini, and this is the Mini Biba palette. I just felt like going a little bit more my kind of neutral, and I came up with this eye look, and I'm actually quite liking it. So I'm going to just show you on this eye how I got that look. So the first brush I'm going to go for is the 13 Refer, and I'm going to use this beautiful peachy shade right here. And I'm going to start to come right around. I'm just going to go into a bigger brush here. Let me just see, I believe it was this one. So this is the Refer 27. I'm just going to start building this on the front part of my eye. Natasha Denona's eyeshadows, they blend so well. It's a beautiful formula she has. I'm sort of glad I got some of the palettes in just the minis though. Just because like I've gotten her last, I've gotten 3 of the 4 palettes that she released recently. What I find is that to get a lot of diversity out of them, you know, you gotta sort of become a little bit more creative. So I'm appreciating some of these minis a little bit more. But the sad thing is the older palettes had a lot of different color ranges, but that's okay. I'm glad with this just because I have a larger collection, and I like to do a variety of looks anyway. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I'm going to start building just the outer portion of the eye right here. And her eyeshadows are a buildable formula, which is nice too. So you can start off slowly and create more of the look that you'd like to end up with. So I'm just going to continue to build that shade just here in this outer corner. Okay. And then I'm going to start building this shade in that outer corner. So I'm first going to go in with this little pencil brush, a 03, and I'm going to take this darker color and I'm going to start right at the lash line and sort of meet right there. But what I'd like to do is blend that out. So I'm going to use the Rephr 26 and I'm going to start smoking this out right here in the corner and get some of that depth built up just right here in the corner. I'll just grab a little bit more and I'm going to keep smoking this out. So with your eyeshadows, it's all about blend, blend, blend. There we go. Sort of like that. We'll come up here just to smoke that out a little bit. And then I'm going to go back in with the pencil brush again, 03. I'm going to go back into this color and I'm going to deepen the depth just here in this corner again. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put on some NYX glitter glue. Just get some of that pretty satiny shimmer down. So I'll just put that on my eyelid like so. I'll just go over it. Sometimes I put a little bit too much on. You just need a nice little thin sort of tacky layer there. Okay. And then I'm going to take the shimmer and I'm going to start to build that up. And another thing is like, I'm not sponsored by anyone. Like all of my makeup I've bought myself, and I have like new palettes coming in, and I love eyeshadow palettes. So like for me to get some of these minis again makes more sense because I see and I'm like, ooh, I need to try that out. And it's another big thing is like trying out different brands. It's not just the palettes, but it's like different brands and different formulas. I really have a lot of fun doing that. That's one of my fun things that I get to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back into this light peach shade. I'm just going to go over where I just did some of that beautiful shimmer. Oh, wait, now. One thing I have to do as well is I'm taking that shimmer around. So I'm just going to, I have to build that up anyway. So I might have to redo that anyway. So I'm just going to take some of this light peach again. And I'm just going to just go right at the crease line there. And I'm using the 13. And I'm also going to use it to go under here, and I want to come right out to the outer edge this time. I want the whole lower edge to have that light peach right there at the bottom. Yeah, I'm liking that. Beautiful. And I'll just go over the other side just so that the two are looking good. Like. And then I'm going to use some of that shimmer, and let's try to build that up just right here in the corner. And then I'll take that small pencil brush, the one that just with a little bit of dark again. We'll just blend that on up. There we go. Nice. And I really like that look. It looks good. This is a look that I'll probably have to reproduce in the future. I really like that. Awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do is just use my e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Just boop, boop. And I know that's the one that I already did, but there we go. And another thing that helped my eyebrows as well, I did use those 3 products, but I also used the cheekbone multi-pencil to help carve out my eyebrows as well. I really like that. It's an awesome tool to have. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just contour my nose as well while I got my e.l.f. palette out. So I'll take that light shade down the center of my nose. We'll give that boop boop. And then I'm going to use the bronzer, this beautiful light bronzer. My undertone is light. I'm just going to carve out my nose. So I just bring it forward, and then I'm going to make that little Y. It's like a little Y here, and then I go across the tip there. And then I'm just going to blend the sides and just soften it up a bit, just so it's not so harsh looking. Perfect. So that's looking good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Cheekbone Beauty bronzer and blush palette. So I'm going to go in with my bronzer first and just give that a little touch here. Okay, I'll just use a tiny bit of the blush here and just give it just a little bit back here. Lovely. And I'm going to blend it now with the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, and this is just going to soften up any of the edges. I went a little heavy-handed with my Charlotte Tilbury cream, but that's okay. I'll just use my finishing powder here, and I'm just going to go around the edges just to soften up those lines so that it all looks nicely blended. And so that if you are a little heavy-handed, this is an easy way just to blend that in. Okay, lovely. Perfect. Well, I have to do my mascara and my lipstick, and the mascara I'm going to use today is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize, and for my lip combination I'll be using the Cheekbone Beauty clay pencil, and I'm going to be using the Cheekbone Beauty this is the gloss in what shade again? Oh my, I remembered it earlier too. Birch. So I'm going to go off screen and just get that done, and I'll be back in a minute. Well, I'm back, and I have my mascara on, and I have my lip liner and lip gloss on, and I really like how my makeup turned out today. If you guys would like, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and that way you're notified of any future video uploads. If you like today's video, give it a like or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I've got to say, I'm feeling pretty good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a good day too. Bye.